Welcome. Today we're going to talk about how we became successful with an online business. And I'm Matt.
I'm Sarah.
And we're going to give you guys some tips and insiders on what we've done and how we've done it and how long we've done it for.
A little background if you're new to our channel. We run our own laser engraving business from our basement. Matt does a lot of videos on laser engraving, how to laser engrave, tips for starting your own business. We also have a homestead, as you can hear behind us. We've got 4 kids, chickens, and lots of garden space and lots going on in that.
And we also have bees. We just got them this year and I'm turning that into a business also.
Once upon a time, a long time ago, I met Matt, Matt met me, we fell in love, and oh wait, that's not why you're here. So you're here because you want to know how we started our successful online business. So let's fast forward a little bit. We'd been married for a few years. We had 2 kids. We have 4 now. We only had 2 at the time. And we couldn't make ends meet. When
we had our second child, we knew it was getting harder to make ends meet because we also had daycare. And that was another big expense. And we were pretty lucky and fortunate that we didn't have car payments at that time because that would have broke us.
We had been trying everything to make it work. Matt was working a lot of overtime. I had gotten kind of like an extra gig at my job that I could do after work. I even started working for MLM company, doing home parties, and I would do that after I had worked my day job, after I had worked my extra job, after that. So 3 jobs in one day. We were barely seeing our own kids.
Yeah.
And it was not what we wanted for our life. So something had to change. We weren't making ends meet, and we weren't living the life we wanted.
We decided to do something, and with all the overtime and everything we've been doing, it still wasn't enough, and it didn't satisfy what we needed it to do for us. What we did is we opened an Etsy shop. We did a bunch of research. It took us a while to figure out what we were gonna do, and we started selling little things here and there, and I think that was a big leading to our success though.
Yeah, we researched so many things. At one point we were gung-ho, we were gonna start making jewelry, and we were gonna be jewelry makers. We started looking at like different techniques for metal work for jewelry. We looked at different metal items because Matt was a metal fabricator at the time, and we just looked at lots of different things.
Leather. I looked into leather.
We looked at so many different things before we finally came upon laser engraving and realized it was right for us.
Yep, and you know, that's another rabbit hole I can really get down to. I'm pretty sure I have a video on that, and if I'm right, I'll put it up here. But we really just did a lot of research on Etsy and finding like what kind of product would work for us, okay? So once we figured out we're going on the laser engraving, we started out with water bottles, and we were actually doing water bottles, etching it with a cream before. So that kind of just went hand in hand. You know, we had a laser, we had the water bottles, didn't cost us too much more. So let's just go and put some designs on there. And lo and behold, they sold. And if we have an old photo, we'll place it over our face right now. And
I'm embarrassed. I don't know if we should post it.
It was terrible.
I think we have it. Our very first listing photo of a water bottle.
Yeah.
For our first photo, we used the backdrop of our lovely wood stove.
It was terrible.
It was
but you do what you can and you use what you have, and that was the main goal. I mean, we didn't have any money to buy all this expensive stuff either, so you know that's what helped.
If you're just starting and you need product photos, use a white piece of paper.
Yeah, a white piece of paper is better.
It's pretty much free. Yeah. Anyways. All right.
The other thing that kept us on track and kept us motivated, because there was a lot of times where we got discouraged. I mean, there was times you just didn't want to do it if you weren't making sales, if you know you're wondering why people aren't clicking your product or why you're getting views, and everything else goes into play. What we found to help was to read other people's success stories, and that really encouraged us and gave us the motivation to get through it all.
We would Google search the term every night, Etsy success stories, and we'd lay in bed and we would read them out loud so we would both hear them, and it was so inspiring to just hear someone else succeed, and we knew that if we worked hard enough we could do it. So we learned all about Etsy. We learned the ins and outs. We learned how to play the Etsy game. We learned what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what was going to help our business ultimately, and we did that while we weren't really making money on Etsy, so that when we were, we'd know what to do.
Yep. And then once we started, getting traction and started selling stuff, we started building a foundation. And I like to call it a foundation because it's just like a house. You're gonna build your foundation first, right? When I say a foundation, we came out with more product. That was our foundation.
We had our water bottles, came out with more products, more products, more products, more products. We had this solid foundation.
Yep. And once you have your foundation, you build up from there. So, and that's like for us, it was like different fonts and different designs and so on. So that's what I would recommend doing. It worked for us and it should work for you. It helps you be more seasonal.
We come out with new items, they kind of add to our foundation. And once they're settled, we come out with new fonts,
Yep.
new sizes, new colors, new designs. There's just new things to go up and up with each product, if it does well.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's something important too. To be successful, you have to remember that not everything's going to do well.
Just
You're
'cause
going
you
to have
like it.
failures.
Yep. Just because you like it, it might not do well and you got to get rid of it.
So all the while we were building this new business, we were still working those other jobs. We're working full time. We were working those extra jobs. It was
And overtime.
overtime. It was pretty crazy. We were working a lot, staying up a lot, not getting a lot of sleep, and just trying to know that these sacrifices were for our future.
Yep. So we started this business in 2015 of November, and it really wasn't much in November. We really didn't have, like, we listed one or two things. I think we sold one thing. So it wasn't really a business yet, but
It was an idea.
yeah. In December of 2016, so a year and a month later,
13 months.
she quit her job.
Yeah, I quit my job. And we waited until the income we were making from our online business surpassed the income I was making at my day job.
Yep.
That was really important for us. And it had been that way for a few months. We were about to have a third baby, and so we kind of knew it was coming to that time. But it was really important for us that our income
It was
not fall.
I think it was that July, it took over your income, and we kept doing better and better.
Yes.
And we kept growing from there. And it was then she was at home working, and I would still go to work. I wasn't doing as much overtime anymore.
So Matt was still working, going to work, and then every afternoon he would come home. He would basically quick eat supper with us, and he would go downstairs and start working.
I was working by 6. I'd be done by I'd get home around 5.
And by the time the kids went to bed, I would go down and I would help work until we went to bed. So we were still working a lot. It was a lot of work.
Yep.
Until
In 2018, April 2018, I quit my job.
And again, we waited until our online business income surpassed the income he was making at his day job. We had to have that consistency to cover our bills, to
Insurance,
be able to
everything.
make things work. Yeah.
And it did. And it was to the point where I was working 2 full-time jobs because of our business and going to work. Our online business, it almost felt like it was too good to be true yet, so I didn't want to quit. I think that's why I waited too long. Because we went a quite a long time with me. We made pretty good money where I didn't have to work, and I just kept working.
The Christmas before, so that would have been Christmas of 2017. It was way too much. Matt was having to take days off of work. I think you took off 1 day a week for sure, and then sometimes needed to take extra time off just to get through the Christmas season. And we're talking like 3 hours of sleep a night. It wasn't like just for fun. No, we were working the whole time.
I took every Friday off for like 2 months.
2 months. Oh my.
So now it's been almost 2.5 years of us on our own.
We had no supplemental income.
Yep.
No extra side gig jobs.
Nothing.
Yep, we're just at home.
And it's a blessing.
Now it's been almost 2.5 years, and we think we have some tips to help stay successful and be successful. And one of those is to budget. You have to budget money.
Yep.
When it comes to your personal finances, when it comes to your business. We run our business debt-free, and it is a huge priority for us. There are options to stay within your budget. Figure out what it is, stay within it, don't blow the budget.
The main thing is what I always tell people is don't don't open your business and then quit right away. If you can do your full-time job and do it, because you want your first year, you want to figure out when your slow time is. Like we figured our slow times out, and they still change, you know, a couple times. Well, this year's 2020, everything's upside down, but they still change a little bit, but it's not a lot, and we still plan for our slow times, and we know when they are. So that helps to budget your money for the slow times.
When you work online and you work from home, it is so easy to get lazy and to not work and not schedule your time. You have to set a schedule.
Yeah, so it's like budgeting your money. You got to budget your time, and it helps. And we like to do a block schedule with ours, and that seems to help a lot, especially with now with kids going to school and stuff. It helps even more. But if you don't schedule your time to work on your company, it's not going to grow anymore. And just as fast as you were growing before when you were still working 2 jobs, you will go just as fast backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, I think right now we have a morning block where we work and we have an afternoon block where we work. And there's other things that are more important in the other blocks.
Another thing I also think you guys is to stay humble.
People buy from us for various reasons. Maybe they know you, maybe they don't. Maybe you're the most affordable price. Maybe you have the best quality. There's so many reasons why people pick a company to purchase an item from or purchase a service from. And it's important to stay humble because you will always try your best. You will always be grateful for what you get. And it's going to make you a better business owner because of it.
So, is it worth it? Yes.
Yes. Yes. All the family time, the together time,
your own time. It's everything. We're here to tell you that it might not be every business, but ours, what we did, it's worth it. And if you want to do it, chase your dream, do it. It's worth it.
You only live once.
We love the freedom, and the time we get to spend with our kids is priceless. It really is.
So thanks for joining us, sharing how we became successful with an online business. We hope you are finding success in your online business, or at least have a great idea and are ready to get started.
If you got anything out of this content, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of our stuff, then subscribe. We come out with vlogs, and we got, you know, the way we live with the homesteading, and then some laser engraving videos, and we're gonna do some more business ones. And
yeah, every Wednesday Matt puts out a new bee video to grow about the new business he's growing, his bee business. Hopefully it will be our business soon. I'm not the greatest beekeeper yet.
All right, until next time. See ya.
Bye.
So, how's it going today? Oh, no, I'm not gonna start like that. We started this business in November of 2009, or
Please leave some of those ideas down below. No, that's not very nice.
No.
Tell us your secrets too.
Tell us all your secrets so everyone else in the world can find out.
No, what was it?
If you got anything out of this content,
There's a mosquito on my face. Sorry.